Hey guys, it's Olard here, back in with another review, and today we're having a look at the Star Wars The Black Series, Grand Moff Tarkin. Let's get into it. Alrighty guys, so as I said before, today we're having a look at Grand Moff Tarkin. He is part of the, well, technically he's part of the wave of Black Series released to promote the Solo, a Star Wars story movie. I don't even know if this guy's in that movie. But he's in like a whole bunch of other movies. Like he was in Rogue One, he was in New Hope. I guess that's it, and some comics. So I guess you could say this is New Hope Tarkin, but you could say it's Rogue One Tarkin. But you know, whatever. Um, if he is in Solo, let me know, because I got no idea. I'm probably not gonna see the movie. I mean, I might see bits and pieces of it, thanks to T-Biz being the Star Wars supremacist he is. But with that being said, no real accessories with this dude, just a little, I don't know, S&M droid here. It's a torture droid, but it's got all kinds of accoutrements to stab, disembowel, French tickle, and finger is. It's kind of a kinky looking droid, not gonna lie, but it's cool nonetheless. It's an interrogation droid. I'm not stupid. Take a joke. But it's on a ball joint. It goes all around. You can even pop it out if you wanted to, but I'm not gonna do that, mostly because it's a pain in the butt. So there's that, and then it's got a little red eye there. I don't know, but I kind of wish it didn't move, because is there a point? I mean, if it just rotated, that would be fine, and even then you can just turn it. But I don't know. I don't think the ball joint's necessarily necessary. Kind of was for the what do you call it? Speeder bike. So you could point it all over the place, but even then, it's a little tricky to keep standing up still. But yeah, that's a cool little piece. Now, if we just focus back on Tarkin here, looking at him, definitely looks like a little Peter Cushing, and that is fantastic. I will say the expression could have been a little better, but he does look like a creepy old man, which is exactly what Peter Cushing looked like, unfortunately. But articulation, his head actually gets pretty decent range. I don't know if there's a hinge in there or not. It might just be a ball joint, to be honest with you. I'm not seeing a hinge. I got a text from somebody or an email. I don't know. But it seems to me like it's just a ball joint. Might even be able to pop it off. No. That ain't going nowhere. Most Black Series you can't pop the heads off, which is kind of interesting. But it's got a lot of movement, nonetheless. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Okay. He's got a diaphragm joint. Gives you about as much as you really need. His arms will move out to the side a little bit short of a right angle. We'll move full 360. I say that because his suit here kind of bells out like that. Or goes out slightly, kind of at a diagonal. He's got a hinge at the elbow. Swivel at the elbow. His wrists, he's got the in and out hinge on this side. And he's got a trigger finger, but no gun. But he doesn't use guns. I kind of wish this was just a pointed hand, like pointing like this. That'd be kind of nice, but I guess you could say it's his instructing hand, but I'm not letting that slide. Then he's got this hand over here, which they could have just given him two of these. I don't get that. Or fists or something. Or like open hands. I don't make these freaking things. His legs will splay out and then go right back down. Then move forward, back. He's got a thigh cut. double joint at the knee. And he's got a hinge in the foot with a rocker. And rocker's actually pretty tight on him. Hinges not so much. I don't know if I have any Star Wars figures with tight ankle hinges, like super tight. I don't think they exist. I really don't. Hope they do when Grievous comes out. And yes, that is happening because I said so. It's not confirmed or nothing, but I demanded it. So, there. Put your stinking Cantina aliens in a pipe and smoke it. But, yes, this is a very nice piece, I think. Definitely looks like a mini Peter Cushing, which is the point. So, kudos to Hasbro for at least doing that right. To be honest with you, I think this guy could have been Frollo in The Hunchback of Notre Dame also, but that's just me. Talking about the Disney film here. So with that being said, let's move on to some size comparisons. And I'm just now realizing how tall Captain Rex is. But there is Grand Moff Tarkin next to Spider-Man and Captain Rex, who we'll be looking at next. I think we're going to keep doing these Star Wars reviews unless I get something cool at the toy show I went to yesterday. Or Comic-Con. Maybe just keep doing the Black Series because I'm kind of enjoying these reviews because not a whole lot to them, and it's fantastic. I like freaking Marvel Legends. Oh, here is the dweeb next to Dweeb 66 or whatever. But yeah, very, very in scale with the Black Series, I think. I think the clones ought to be taller than most of the normal dudes, but that's just me, I guess. But that's Spider-Man. He's a little short, but he is a lot broader, I think, because he's in a different scale entirely. So with that being said, I got one more size comparison. Well, it's more or less just a comparison in general, and that is going to be with... And here is Tarkin next to possibly the same body. I think it might be a little different, because Thrawn looks taller. But here he is next to Thrawn. I decided to do this just for kicks and giggles because, you know, everyone else already did it. Apparently, I don't have my own ideas anymore, so... Yeah, it's just like music. It all sounds the same, doesn't it? But, as you can tell, they're pretty similar. I mean, the torsos might be different because of the metals and stuff, and I think they are. And the legs might be the same. Don't quote me on that, but they might be the same. The belts are different, or the skirt pieces probably, because Thrawn's got a holster and Tarkin doesn't. The arms and the legs might be shared, but that's about it. The hands definitely are, I think. Because if you look at Tarkin and you look at Thrawn, they definitely have very, very similar hands. At this point, I do not have Krennic. But when we get him, we'll do another comparison with these two. I know, I don't have Krennic yet. He was everywhere. Actually getting him in a trade. So, looking forward to that. But yeah, so with that being said, time to move on to final thoughts. Alrighty guys, so wrapping up with final thoughts. If you are a fan of Star Wars, or the Black Series in general, you're probably going to want to pick this dude up. I mean, he was kind of the villain in the first Star Wars movie. The New Hope BS, but Star Wars. There's no episode 4. It's just Star Wars. Even though there's like 3 prequels, and I have my own opinions about the way people classify Star Wars films and Star Wars anything, because some of you are kind of anal. But that's besides the point. Point is, this is a badass figure, and if you do not own it and you're into Star Wars, or at least the Black Series 6-inch diddly-doos, then you're missing out because it looks like a freaking little teeny Peter Cushing that you can have on your desk scoffing at everything because he is the king of scoffing. It's amazing. So, with that being said, I'm going to give this guy I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. Kind of wish he had some alternate hands or something. I kind of wish the expression was a little bit different, but it's not too bad. So with that being said, hope you enjoyed this review. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And until next time, I will catch you guys later. No music today. Boo! Shut up.